Hello, Aquarius. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. See if it focuses for you. There you go. Supportive Oracle cards. You are Clairvoyant Oracle cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrated by Elaine Marson. Hopefully I said that right. Aquarius. Okay. Yeah, a lot of cards. Let's see what we got. Starting off, we've got the choice coming in for you. That's this card, choice. Something is like a little bit hidden. Like it might be more a private thing for you. You have a choice coming forward, but it might be one of those things where you're playing like the poker hand, not showing people your cards. And it's got the Five of Pentacles, the Six of Cups, and then the Knight of Pentacles coming in here. All of this together is telling me the reason you're coming up to this choice, and you might be keeping it very private, is because there's a situation you've got, the situation you're dealing with, it's kind of like you're there, but you're questioning, does it matter? Does it even matter that I'm here? Because I'm feeling left out of the decision-making process. It's been a problem that never seems to go the way I want it to. And if I just keep sticking with it, it just will keep going the way it has been. I feel the same. I don't feel better. I feel like it's just the same. It's like Groundhog Day. Just the same thing just keeps happening. The same thing keeps happening. Like the Groundhog Day, the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray is what I'm thinking of. They might have remade that now that I think of it. It's just the same day. It keeps happening over and over. It's like this situation. No matter how many times we do it, it's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. It's just the same thing. And you're just like, I'm over it. I'm so over it. I just feel like it doesn't matter. Whatever choices I make, they just don't seem to make a difference. History just seems to be proving it. That's why you're coming up to this choice. You're keeping it to yourself, but you're like, if nothing gets better here, maybe the only thing I can do is to move on or find something. Like I have to make a drastic change. Something has to be a drastic change. Now, there are positive cards here. I want to see how this is coming in because I think we're starting in the environment. Other people are also very disappointed. And I'm getting here, you're bringing in like a breath of fresh air, kind of like, you know what, we need to overhaul this situation. We need to do something completely different. You've got these three cards, which are very curious to me, so let's see what's going to come forward. You've got, is it music and movement? Yep, music and movement with Ascended Masters with the, it's not the devil, it's the death card, but I was going to call it the devil card. Which could be either a reference to a Capricorn you might be working with, or maybe feeling like I got to do what's right for me. It could have that feeling to it. But if it's coming through that way, the Ascended Masters is saying every now and then you got to do what's right for you. Sometimes it helps other people the most when you do what's right for you. When you do what's right for you first, sometimes that helps people the most. And I feel like people are sometimes conflicted with that. It's kind of like, if you take care of yourself well enough, then you can help others. The healthier you are, the healthier others you can help. You know what I mean? You can't help somebody else until you help yourself. That's kind of the attitude I'm getting from that. And I'm getting here like you're trying to make a better situation so you're happier. And that's where you're starting with. It's about making your life happier. And that's a good place to start, because if you can't fix your own situation, you can't fix somebody else's. So putting your own ducks in a row is where you need to start with. And I'm getting that's what you're looking for, and that's where you're going with this. Other people are following your lead on this. Other people are feeling like maybe you have the right idea. Now, it's very centered on you, what you're doing, and you're helping yourself. This has a really positive influence for other people, because you're inspiring them also. If they want things to improve, they need to take the reins on their own life, not wait for somebody else to do it for them. They need to do it for themselves. and that's what you're doing. You're doing it for yourself, and it's good. This is a good thing. I just feel like some people might be conflicted about this, but this is a very good thing. Blessings with wisdom come in from the environment. You're trying to help yourself. The universe is giving you possibilities and pushing things towards you. The more you appreciate this, the more you do something with it. It seems to be like there's leftover for other people, and that's fine. For example, if you're going towards a new job, you might find there's a couple other positions open, and you might let your friends know or colleagues know, hey, I got in here. There's a couple more spots open. If you want them, I advise you put in for it. If it's one of those things where it's a relationship and you're just kind of making a drastic change in a relationship, maybe moving on from it, I'm getting the other side will also benefit. So it's not just you that's benefiting from this. So I'm not feeling like there's anything to feel guilty about at this point. I do see that this will not be the smoothest transition. I just also think you shouldn't feel guilty about that. 5 of Wands, 10 of Swords, and the Temperance card is coming out. Sometimes, even though it might be best for everybody, people fight it because they don't like change. And I feel like that might happen here. People might fight it, push back against it, not like it. Controversy, conflict, feeling devastated, feeling like things are being destroyed, things will never be okay again. It's going to take a long while, because I'm getting the Temperance card here, over here, that it might take a long while for this phase to move on. It's kind of fluctuating. It depends on when people want to let it go. But I'm also getting, like, overall, when all is said and done, this is best for everybody. There's good things here for the other side. There definitely is. I just feel like somebody is fighting change. Somebody might be very much fighting change. Opportunity is there. The Star card is there. You have great things coming for you, but I feel like you're not the only one. So you going for what you want and making your life better is the right thing to do. The other side will also have these opportunities. This is meant to happen this way. Just be aware that the other side, even though they might not be seeing it as a blessing, it is a blessing for them too, whoever this is. Your life is going through another journey, and so is it whatever you're leaving. Whatever you're leaving behind, that's going into its new phase as well, and so aren't you. This is right. This is what you should be doing. You've already tried this. You knew this had to happen, and you just accepted it. I'm just feeling, don't let other people kind of pull you down, make you feel like, you're doing something selfish, or that, you're leaving them, holding the short end of the stick or something. I don't feel like that's right. You're creating a change, and by you going for what you want, you're giving them the opportunity to create their own change too. Granted, by you going for a change, in some situations you might be forcing them to make a change that they don't want to, but it's something that needs to happen. It says emotional release, but I'm getting when you release this, when this situation is completely released and you've made your complete decision, not in the sense of like, I'm going to do this, when you're actually doing it and moving on to the next situation, I get that there's a lot of good things coming your way. I feel like when all is said and done, it was for the best. It really was. You're communicating, you told people what was going on, you did the best to let people know this change was happening. It is the best for everybody. I feel like I have to argue this question for some reason. Like, other people are not wanting to accept it. But the next part of the journey needs to happen now. You're going on to your next part of the journey. They need to as well. There is a weird energy afterwards where you might be second guessing yourself. Should I have really done that? Was that selfish of me? For some reason, there's this bump where you're kind of questioning, and it may be very personal. Like, you don't need to tell anybody else, but like, you might be like, well, did I really make the right decision there? Was I a little bit selfish? Did I just do what was right for me? You got the 4 of Cups with the 5 of Swords. What I'm getting from this is, like, don't overthink it. Let yourself move forward. Time will tell. Time will show you that this was the best thing for you and whoever else you were dealing with. You got the Knight of Cups showing up for you later. This is what you're heading towards. To a part of life where you're happy again, you're feeling like things are working out, you're making the difference that you want to, you're having that fulfillment. You're going to have this too, passion with the Justice. Making this decision, you deciding to move on, you deciding to move forward, even if it's not something everybody wants, you doing this is not only bringing this forward for you. I know this sounds weird, but I really feel like it's going to bring it forward for the other side too. It's creating a big change. It's very positive for you. it can be very positive for the other side too. If they fight it, that's on them. That is on them. This is good. I just feel like there's an energy here where you might be questioning, like, should I be doing this? Is this the right thing to do? People accusing you of being selfish. I don't think that's fair. I feel like you're making this move forward. It's just other people don't want change. That's the problem. And you are addressing and realizing it is time to change. That, and you have so many good things coming forward. Like, I just don't see why you'd walk away from that. Not that I really see you having that option for some reason. Like, once you start admitting to yourself this is done and you're sick of doing it, the energy just seems to naturally move you forward. It seems like it's a lot better. All right, are we good? All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.